Hey everybody, it's me, and I'm back again, and yes, I'm wearing an awesome Batman t-shirt, by the way, just so you guys are kind of aware of that, because I love Batman. But what I was really want to talk to you guys today about is I want to talk to you guys about the top 5 reasons why I believe feminism is wrong or bad for America and women in general. I posted a blog about this on my new blog site, and I'm going to link the blog down below, so you guys can go check that out. I've done 2 posts so far, and I'm following up the post I just did with a YouTube video, which I said on there I was going to do. So I wanted to do it in case some of you guys kind of find out that I have a blog post now, or a blog now that I try to post regularly, but it's really not going as regularly as I'd like. But I do have that blog now, so please check the blog out. If you're watching this video for the first time and you're not a subscriber, you know where the subscribe button is. Smash it, karate chop it, do whatever you gotta do. Just make sure you smash that subscribe button for me, guys. I do these videos for fun. They're kind of a hobby of mine. Years ago, I had a YouTube channel that was... Please do not go look that YouTube channel up. I'm not even going to say the name of what it was, because it was a 16-year-old me posting really stupid videos at the time. And now that I'm older, I like to post serious videos, and you guys have really asked for more videos like this that I'm doing today. So if you guys have any videos that you want me to do, if there's a question you want me to answer, or if you want me to talk about another SJW or a feminist video, or if you want me to talk about something that you've seen recently that feminists and SJWs have done, then let me know, and I will definitely try to get to those. I'm always looking for something to do that's new, fun, and different. I do try to keep my channel strictly anti-feminist, anti-SJW, and I'm sorry guys, it has been storming for the last 3 days here, so you guys probably hear the thunder. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it or not, but you might. So you might hear that a lot. You might see some lightning. I'm hoping that I won't lose my internet connection due to the storm. Luckily, we don't have satellite internet, so I shouldn't lose it, but we'll have to wait and see. The power could go out because it's been storming for 3 days now. So but I do want to also give a shout out to my buddy Keith. Go over to Facebook if you have a Facebook, which if you're a human being, most of you do have Facebook. So go check out Facebook and look at my buddy Keith's International Skeptics Facebook page. He does post a lot of anti-religious, anti-feminist, anti-SJW content. If you're religious like I am, then the anti-religious content might be a little offensive to you, but I can assure you that Keith is really respectful of religion, and he personally is not religious himself, but he's really respectful of it, and he has no problem talking with anybody that messages him. He will tell you whatever, he will talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. I'm going to link his Facebook page down in the description below. So go check that out. I'm also going to be sending this video and one other video over to him in a little bit, as soon as it's posted and uploaded and viewable on YouTube, and he is going to be sharing that on there. So if you guys want to check out his thing and just go help him, just go check it out, see what you think. Subscribe to him. He's a really cool guy, and he does post a lot, like I said, anti-religious, anti-feminist, anti-SJW. So he's good. But today we're going to talk about what I said in the very beginning of the video was about. And you guys saw the trigger warning at the very beginning. I don't normally post trigger warnings, but I can tell you guys I won't post another trigger warning ever again, just because I do not believe that we should live in a special snowflake world that coddles a certain person's viewpoint. But the reason I did this today, I kind of did it as a joke, really, because I don't really care if you're offended by my videos. I will never post anything that is racist, but when it comes to feminists and SJWs, I don't give a crap if I offend any of them. That is why I am here. I am here to offend them, so maybe they can realize how stupid their movement is and swear it off like I did a few years ago. I've not always been anti-feminist. I can tell you that probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I was completely feminist. I was the exact same way these feminists that I talk about in my videos, but I came across the wonderful thing that we call the feminazi. And at that point, when I found out about the feminazis, I'm like, no, can't do this anymore. But let's dive into the video, guys, before this video gets way too long. So like I said, we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons why I believe feminism is bad for America and for women in general. So the first reason that I believe that feminism is bad for America and women in general is when feminists love to play off of this, that there is a gender wage gap. And we all know in America, and if you read, if you have a job and you read the company's handbook, every company has this little piece in there that says they cannot discriminate based on age, sex, religion, sexual orientation, anything like that. And that includes based on pay or any other type of discrimination that is not allowed by law. Well, this is basically when feminists say, oh, there's a gender wage gap, and they say, oh, a woman makes 85 cents to every man's dollar, they're basically saying that every company is breaking the law because every company is doing this, and that's simply not true. And it really has created like this gender war in workplaces where women will only associate with women because they feel like there's a systematic oppression against them in the workplace, and men will only associate with men. And do not tell me that does not happen, because I've seen it happen in places that I have worked. I'm lucky now that I work with a great group of people at the current job that I work, that we are smart enough, all of us as adults are smart enough to realize that this gender wage gap does not exist. In fact, I could probably survey the guys and the girls that have been there a long time, and they will all say that they make the same amount. The only way that there is like a gap in pay is my company that I work for hires through a temp agency, and for some reason the temps make more than the full-time associates, which I'm a full-time associate now myself. I started out as a temp and went to a full-time associate of this particular company that I work for, and I actually lost $1 in doing so, but I wanted to do so because I could get overtime, and there'd be room for growth. I could grow in the company, and as a temp you just could not grow, you could not get overtime, and there were certain things that as a temp I was not allowed to learn, I could not do because of the fact that I was a temp, and I could not get certain credentials that I needed to be able to do certain things because either A, the company did not allow the temps to get these, or there is an outside company that we do some stuff for that will not issue certain things to the temps, only because temps at this company tend to not stick around very long. So that is where the pay gap is true, but it's not based on gender. It's whether you work for the company that I work for, or if you're a temp of the temp agency that the company hires for. So it depends on where but that's not a gender thing. The other reason that and I'm referring back to my blog every once in a while because I can't remember how I posted this. The other reason I think that feminism is bad for America is feminism is teaching young girls that this double standard between men and women of, oh, men are seen as studs and ladies man if they have sex with multiple women and have, multiple partners in one day or one night or all this, and young girls are slut shamed for doing the same thing. And it's teaching young girls that it is okay, and that this myth needs to be debunked this way. They go out and sleep with who you want. Don't feel shame for it. And I'm not saying that women should be shamed for having sexual desires, because no, nobody should be shamed for having sexual desires that need met. But it is dangerous, because if any of you have read the statistics on the STD rate in this age bracket of 18 to 24-year-olds, there is a alarming number of 18 to 24-year-olds that have sexually transmitted diseases. And I'm lucky that I made it out of that age bracket without ever getting an STD. I never really was one to be very promiscuous. I always have been more for committed relationships. In that aspect of my life, I'm not a very good Christian. I have had sex outside of marriage because I'm still not married yet, but I'm working on that process. And I'm lucky that I made it out of this age bracket of 18 to 24-year-olds with STDs, because the number is so high and the odds were stacked against me. But I have been tested, I get tested with every new partner. and like I said, most of my partners have been in relationships that I've been in for quite a bit of time, and I just got a fingerprint on my glasses, guys. I'm sorry. Give me a second here. But I have been lucky that most of my partners have been in relationships. So I always get tested when I get in a new relationship just to make sure, for my partner's safety, because you never really know. And so that is why I think that we should not be teaching girls to sexually liberate themselves, because that is not a good idea with the STD rate being so high in that age bracket. And if you guys don't believe me, go look it up. It is very scary. If you're in that age bracket of 18 to 24, the number of people in your age bracket that would have an STD is very high. The other thing that I posted, another reason I think feminism is not great for women in general, is because feminists only empower women who think like they do, and they tear down women who don't. And I got a perfect example of this the other day. I came across a video on YouTube talking about how catcalling is sexual harassment. It had this woman walking down the street getting catcalled, and you could tell this video was completely staged, by the way. And this girl keeps getting catcalled by all these guys, and girls were saying, oh, this is sexual harassment, this is this and that and this and that and whatever. And I'm like, I get on there and I say, no. Catcalling, while inappropriate and wrong, is not sexual harassment. And I swear to you guys, it created a shitstorm when I said that. And I actually had a girl tell me that I am ugly and I must live in a cave because I don't have a feminist ideology. And when I called her out on having being a feminist and having this crazy ideology that catcalling is sexual harassment, she would swear to me that she was not a feminist, but she had the exact thinking of a feminist. And she also proceeded to tell me that a man cannot say hi or start conversations with a woman, because if they do, then they only have one thing on their mind, and that they are going to try to rape you. And I'm like, wow, where did that come from? We went from one comment. She actually even told me a story about how a guy tried to talk to her on a subway train, and she did not respond. And when the guy called her rude for not responding to him, she yelled stranger danger, and the guy took off running. And I'm like, what grown woman yells stranger danger? Like, if you don't want to talk to somebody, say hi, move on. Like, don't make it sound like somebody's trying to hurt you because they say a simple hi, how are you, or I like your boots. And that's just, to me, is kind of crazy. The other reason that I believe feminism is bad for America is because feminists don't want women held accountable for their own actions. I have actually heard feminists say that women should not be sentenced to jail time for any crime, that basically a woman can kill her husband and she should get a lighter sentence than a man because jail time is too hard on women. What? Are you kidding me? Like, really? Why would you say that? Like, yes, women may have a harder time in jail because we don't have access to the luxuries that outside of jail, they don't have those access to those things in jail that we have outside. Like, certain things you have to create on you. Like, you have to make your own makeup. And I only know this because I watch a lot of Lockup Raw, guys. Like, I have a love obsession with Lockup Raw. And I've seen where they've gone into prisons and they've talked to women inmates and they've shown the things that women have to do to adjust to basically have a normal life like they would outside in jail. But I honestly believe that women should be held accountable for every action. Also, they believe that women should be able to dress however they want, and if a man catcalls, then that catcalls or makes a comment, period, that the woman has absolutely no responsibility for that action. That is incorrect. If you are dressing in a way that makes a man make a comment to you, and trust me, there are some men out there that you could be wearing a parka in 90-degree weather, completely covered up, and they're still going to make a comment. But if you're wearing a crop top and high-waisted shorts, and the shorts are so short that if you bend over, God, and everybody's going to see the goods, and a man makes a comment, you need to be held to some accountability for that, because that is somewhat your fault. I'm not blaming women for rape. That's not a woman's fault. No woman should be raped. No woman should be harmed, but that's how I feel on that subject. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm trying to cut this a little bit short for you guys. And the other reason that I said on my blog that feminism is bad for women is Feminists want all the same races and both genders, but none of the bad. And I actually got that from one of my subscribers. Thank you for putting that. I'm not sure. I can't remember your name. Who said that? But that was I loved when you said that, and it was very good. Like feminists want to be treated like pampered princesses, but they don't dare ask them to go Dutch on a date or even pay for a date. Period. They don't want that. And then when they do, you're a woman-hating scumbag, you're a misogynistic pig, you're all these things that because you asked this woman to go Dutch and because she's a feminist, you're wrong for that. And also, you know, I also don't believe that men should hit women, but I also don't believe women should hit men. But feminists want to be able to beat on men and men not be able to do anything back. And when they do, it's just it blows up into this big old shitstorm. It's World War III. It's crazy. It's nuts. And I really feel like we need to put these issues to rest and end feminism once and for all, because feminism is not a good idea. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut this video short. Like I said, hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Go over to Facebook, check out my buddy Keith's International Skeptics Facebook page. Go over to my blog, check out my blog. And I will see you guys on the next video, and have a good day.